Julia's House Moves On by Ben Hackey. Pop! Julia's house was for lost creatures of every kind. But the house was getting restless. It was time to move on. Everyone could feel it. The goblins were cranky and full of mischief. The mermaid spent her days in languid sighs. The ghosts had faded, and the trolls just stared out the windows while reciting poems. Yes, it was time to move on.
I have a plan for this.
She really did. Books were packed, boxes stacked. She had a nice spot picked out in the mountains. But then, the house started moving on its own.
Hey!
Shouted Julia.
Where are you going? This wasn't part of the plan.
But the turtle didn't care about the plan. Not at all. The tattered remains of Julia's house drifted on a lonely sea. Things looked bleak. The creatures sloshed about in the water, and they looked to Julia.
Don't worry. I have a plan for this.
She really did.
Kick! Faster!
The creatures kicked as fast as they could. The house listed dangerously to one side. And then the goblins spotted fins circling in the water. The creatures scrambled back on board. The house was sinking faster.
Don't worry. I have a plan for this.
She ran to her workshop. She tore through her boxes. She sounded Triton's horn. When the kraken sank below the waves, things were worse than ever. The creatures looked to one another.
I can make a plan for this.
Julia ran to her workshop, but when she emerged, the creatures were paddling to the horizon. Julia was alone with her plan. Julia stared out over the lonely sea. She opened her hand and watched her plans float away on the wind. But then the sea erupted in light and song. The queen of the sea lifted Julia's house up out of the water. The creatures were all there. We have a plan for this, they said. They really did. The goblins hammered and the robots were wired. The ghosts collected sheets and blankets. And the giddy grew and grew and grew until Julia's house set a course through the clouds. The way ahead was uncertain, and it was anyone's guess where they would land. Julia was all out of plans. And that was okay.